Yo, good afternoon, everybody. This is another episode of Because I Feel Like a Podcast, man. I got my guy here, Swerve, man. We're about to talk to y'all about the game two of the NBA Finals between OKC and Indiana, and then we're gonna recap game one and just see what tell y'all what we thought was going on. But it's been a great just watching and analyzing the game and seeing what took place and what could have been done better, you know, collectively on both sides of the coin and individually with the players, man. But what's been going on, Marv?
Not much. What's good with y'all, man? I'm happy to be here. Thank y'all for tuning in. Um, I'm just out. I'm actually gonna give a plug. I'm sitting here right now at famous tavern for a second. I popped out just to show some support and love to a few people. Life been lifing, but um, I'm out here. I'm gonna tell you all this before we get started. Check on your friends. Check on your family. Check on your loved ones, man. Sometimes the silent ones are fighting the roughest battles at times, and it's always good to check in. Take 3 seconds of your day to just check in and say hello and check on your folks, man, because sometimes that's all it takes to change somebody's day and outlook on certain situations. Um, and sometimes people need it. People might not ask for it, but sometimes people need you to check in on them. People need you to uh, make sure they all right. You know what I'm saying? But that's all I wanted to get off my chest. And I apologize if I don't check in on my friends how I should or as often as I do. Because again, life is life, and then we all got stuff going on. But just if y'all do anything for me, when y'all whoever watching, just take a few seconds out your day to check in on your folks today.
I agree, man. I agree. But yeah, so and that's another thing. Make sure you check, like you said, make sure you check on your people, man. Make sure everybody good. You never know what everybody going through. It may be smiling in your face and everything might be cool while they're in front of you, but when they go home, it might be a whole different situation. So just let everybody know what's going on, man. But as far as we watched game one, and to me, I mean, I know we talked in private about it. To me, it just felt like OKC just was literally they played the game like there was no shot clock. They played the game like there was no end to the game. It's just like they were just going through the phases the entire game, you know, and the result was the result. They allowed Hallie to be garbage the whole game, and then come back and they came back and got him in game one. At the end.
I feel like this. I feel like OKC went in thinking how everybody else thought. I feel like OKC thought they are the better team.
Yep.
They have the better players, and they can dictate to Indiana how they want to play basketball, right?
Right.
So if you look at the teams and their playing styles, both teams have a really similar playing style. Both teams like to get up and down the court. Both teams like to push the tempo and play with pace. Both teams have excellent guards and bigs that aren't your traditional bigs. They spread the floor, they shoot. They are the mirror images, except for OKC has the more talented players. Indiana has players that do the same thing as OKC. It's just they're not as big names or they're not as talented. OKC really thought that they were just going to out physical Indiana, and that's why they didn't get out a run, like you said in our chat. It's no way they only score 11 points off of 25 turnovers unless their game is to make it a half court game because we have the better players and we think we can beat them in a half court,
Right.
which they did for the first 24 minutes.
Yeah.
But after that 24 minutes, I think, if I'm not mistaken, and it's somewhere around here, my number's not going to be 100% accurate, but I think Indiana had 19 turnovers in the first half.
Yep.
and they had 6 in the second half. You have to capitalize. When the team gives you 19 extra possessions, you have to capitalize. But this goes to the whole thing. Everybody thinks Indiana's soft. We've been hearing how soft Indiana is this whole playoff.
Yeah.
OKC thought that they could bully them. But who does OKC have on their team that they can play bully ball with is my question. OKC, why are you slowing the game down? Because that's not what got you here. OKC if you look at the games, Denver bullied Denver bullied OKC and got whatever they wanted.
Right.
If Rudy Gobert had an ounce of offense in him, Minnesota wouldn't have been able to bully OKC. It's just like play the game that got you there, OKC. Play the game that got you there. But it's a reason why they're not playing that game, and I'm gonna get to that. In about later on in the show.
But the biggest thing to me is they should have just went with their starting lineup. That starting lineup, if they would have kept Hartenstein in there from the first second of the game, they'd have blew them out. I think his because it's a different tone with him in there. It's the same tone that the Knicks were missing because he wasn't there. He brings a physicality to them.
He's a big man who plays like a big man. Hartenstein ain't out 33 feet. Hartenstein not trying to pull up from 18 feet. Hartenstein picks and he rolls hard to the basket. He grabs rebounds. He boxes out. He does what a big man should be doing. Not saying Chet doesn't do what a big man's supposed to do, but like with the Knicks, why is Cat shooting 30? Cat's 33 feet away from the basket, which makes no sense.
Hartenstein covers up what Chet can't do, which is be
exactly.
Physical. You know what I'm saying? So why would you take that physical presence away? I mean, I understand, the OKC coach is pretty, he's pretty green in regards to getting this far. And with my guy on the other side, he's been there before. He's a champion. He's a championship coach. So
and he took the Pacers there 25 years ago.
Right. You go with what works, and what's been working is Hartenstein starting. You know what I'm saying?
Hartenstein has to start tonight.
Yeah, he has to because the other thing about it is he makes Turner work too. So Turner has to work.
Yeah.
Which means guess what? Then Pascal Siakam has to work on the boards. You want to make a up-paced team work as hard as possible. You know what I'm saying? So they have to rebound. They have to double team. They have to do extra stuff just to be able to get Hartenstein off the boards, and that then helps. That helps Shea get open. That helps.
But you know what I didn't understand?
Huh?
You didn't start Hartenstein and then still tried to play half-court basketball.
Yeah, it didn't make any sense.
It made no sense. I think, and we do this all as humans, but I think Buddy really, really, really outsmarted himself.
Yeah, he did.
Like, when you look at the game, going into the game, you have the bigger team, you have the more physical team, and you run. Like, you run. Running is what got you here. Running is what got the Pacers here. Let's run up and down the court. If I need to slow it down, I can because I have Hartenstein and Holmgren who are more physical and bigger than Pascal and Turner, but don't not run. Like I hopefully he learns, but this is eerily similar to Spoelstra being in his first final against Carlisle.
Yeah, but that was more on Bron though. Bron just quit. Bron just wasn't. He didn't do anything aggressively. And once they figured out, and the thing in that series, once they figured out that Bron couldn't make a three consistently at that time, they just played zone. I mean, it's sort of the same situation, but I put that more on Bron, not just attacking the rim more and then settling for threes. If he would have settled for
part of that.
Yeah, if he wouldn't have settled for the three in that series, they'd have got what's the name out of there quickly. But because he kept
I think part of it is
he kept trying to prove something and that got him out of there.
Part of it is a young coach who's never been here
Yeah,
versus a guy who has been here. Carlisle never gets mentioned as an all time great. But if you look at Carlisle's resume, he's definitely one of the better coaches. So I think this series, the edge for talent is definitely on the OKC side, but
yeah.
the edge for coaching is clearly with Indiana, and I think that that's going to play a lot. We're going to see. I'm gonna tell you like this: if OKC ain't up by 20 at halftime, Indiana gonna win this game tonight. I just checked the line. It's Indiana plus 11,
But the thing
which
is
is
though,
crazy.
because the thing, yeah, I mean, I get it, but the other part of it is the coach don't really got to do anything. All he needed to not do is switch his starting lineup. Leave the lineup the way it
Yeah,
was. Just let your guy.
he
You've been
outslicked himself.
rocking with them the entire time. So what that they got you this far? Why would you change? And then with Jalen Williams, he just got to shoot better and pick his spots better. Those are the two things that I seen. Like just pick your spots better, man. You know what I'm saying? Like because it seemed like once he got in the mid range, he was indecisive, and that caused him to miss a lot of shots. Just what I mean, you already got to your spot. Just raise up, shoot the jumper. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? And continue to be aggressive. Just do that. If the coach leave the lineup alone, I still think that OKC is the better team overall. I still think they
for
should win
sure.
this series. But if they go and do some dumb stuff like they did, and it's just their first time, so I don't want to kill them for it. But you know what I mean? Like just do the small stuff. That's all you really
Yeah,
got.
I think okay. I agree. OKC the better team. They minus 700. That's the same. The Heat was the Heat. What's the most? The Heat and the Kobe when Kobe and them got washed by
Yeah,
Detroit.
yeah.
If,
With Karl
with
Malone and
Karl
GP and all
Malone
them.
and Gary Payton and all them.
Yeah, that was
I think
bad.
this.
Yeah,
If OKC, if it ain't a blowout going into the fourth quarter tonight, it's trouble.
just you know what I'm saying. Like
This was crazy. If everybody's hating on this series because it's small market, that was really high quality basketball that was played. It
that's the
was a
thing
really
about it.
good game. It was a really good game. And when Hallie hit that shot, I'm trying to think back about the last 25 years. That's one of the best games I've seen in the finals, honestly.
Yeah, and
Um,
yeah,
this is good.
people need to stop. People need to stop talking about ratings, man. Ratings ain't for
Yeah,
regular people. Don't nobody care. The ratings is not getting you anything. You know what I'm saying? It's about right now. It's about watching quality hoops, man, and that's what we watching. This is the
and that's what we watching.
yeah, like yeah. You can see why. I get it. People want to see the big market teams, but if the big market teams ain't doing nothing and they're not playing quality basketball, they don't belong there. This is
How is it
quality.
Indiana fault and OKC fault that the Knicks and Lakers is trash? That the Celtics got bumped. Like we can't hold Indiana or OKC uh, responsible for the Knicks blowing 2 20-point leads.
Right.
We can't hold OKC responsible that they outplayed the Nuggets. We
Yep.
can't hold OKC responsible that Ant Edwards choked. Let's call it what it is. Ant Edwards disappeared in the playoff. Like y'all mad that the jerseys say Indy and OKC, but in all honesty, that was good basketball that was played the other night.
And the
So
other part
miss me
about it,
with all of that lowest rating since Nielsen. I don't care what the ratings say. I watched the game and it was a good basketball game. And
yep.
Hallie showed up at the end. OKC didn't do what they were supposed to do, and in the end, it came back and won. Like it's good basketball. I don't care what city the players are from. That was a good basketball game.
Yep. Yep. And then the other part about it is these two teams are the two best teams in the NBA since the beginning of the year, since the beginning of this year. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? Since 2025, they've been the best two teams in the league. So
yeah,
it's not a big surprise that either one of them is here. You know
Yeah,
what I'm saying? They might have started out,
not at all.
obviously OKC started out good all year, and then the Pacers started out shaky, but once they got in their stride, that was it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So
they
it's
tough.
just
They tough.
yeah, it's just good. It's just good quality hoops being played, man. And I necessarily like even if either one of them win, it's like I'm not disappointed for either one to lose. You know what I mean?
No,
Because it's good
both
basketball.
teams. It's great basketball, and both teams achieve. And this just shows how the game is up globally. Because four or five of the players are Team Canada players.
Yep. And the only thing I would say that I really particularly care for is sometimes we at a point in our lives and just watching basketball, you can tell when some stuff is being pushed in the game. Leave them alone and let them hoop, man. You know what I'm saying? I know it's some storylines going around. I know they got to push a narrative or money is involved. But at the end of the day, don't interrupt the purity of the game
Yeah,
just to make another dollar. If a
and
team is going if a team is better and they're going to work and outwork the other team, and if they just so happen to win in 4 games or 5 games or whatever the case may be, let that happen. Don't
let it
mess with
happen.
the purity of the
Like,
game.
Knicks fans, that's for y'all. Like, y'all got your ass beat. Like, I don't want to hear about no excuses. Y'all got your ass beat because y'all best post player is a 6'1" guy who dribbled 19 times with a 24-second shot clock. Like, the refs didn't have nothing against you. It wasn't intentional. It wasn't because the league would have loved to see New York in the finals because then the Nielsen box, which matters so much to y'all for whatever reason, would have said, "Oh, this has been the most watched finals since whenever." But no, the Knicks just wasn't good enough. And like
Right.
sometimes you have to look at life. Don't make excuses. We just weren't good enough. Sometimes the only answer in life, not just in basketball, not just in sports, in everything. Sometimes the answer is, "Hey, I just wasn't good enough. Didn't get the
Right.
job I wanted. Went on the interview. Just wasn't good enough. Don't get the chick you want. Just wasn't good enough. Don't get the dude you want. Just wasn't good enough. Can't get the car you want. Credit score wasn't good enough. Sometimes we just aren't good enough for the things we want. And that's what happened. The Knicks really didn't weren't good enough to beat the Pacers to get to the NBA finals.
Yeah. So
And that's
so
what it
then
is. Like we gonna call a spade a spade.
right, they that like I said, going like the end of the game really really got me. And what I mean by that is it just felt like it felt like um it felt like I said OKC was just going through the motions, man. You know what I'm saying? It felt like they just was like, all right, we got 55 minutes to play the Pacers. And I'm like, yo, like even in their last possession before Hallie hit that game winner, it just seemed like, all right, I'm gonna dribble around. Shea gonna do this. He gonna go to your left, go back to your right, go back to your left, and all of a sudden I'm like, dog, what are y'all doing? No, it seemed like no play was called, and then boom, they miss, and then to their credit, to Indy's credit, they stopped, and then just they didn't take a timeout, and then they came down and just played their regular offense with no setup play. Let Holly work, even though he was struggling. He was in. They had that man in a straight jacket all game, but he came
They
down at
had
the
him in a
last.
straitjacket all game, and he stepped up and hit that shot because that's what the superstars do. Like I don't
Yeah,
know what's going on with my tablet, but OKC got blow them boys out tonight.
yeah. I think they will tonight, though. I think if it's not a blowout by the middle of the third, then it's an issue.
Indiana gonna win.
Yeah, but I think they're going. I think they learned their lesson. Like that's the one thing I can say about OKC. They've learned lessons as they've grown throughout the playoffs through this journey. Also, Indiana has learned lessons as well.
Indiana has too. and they
to
don't
play
panic.
more.
The thing about them,
They play more
them
through. They
boys
play
don't
more through
panic.
the act, and that's the lesson
Yep.
they learned because they're not a half court team. So they've learned more to play through him to get what they need to get in those settings.
And no, because even if you score on them, that ball is out the basket and in somebody's hands within 3 seconds. That's how
Yeah,
you know when they clicking. Because
yeah,
no, miss or make, they are pushing that ball up the court to try to get get a bucket before you can get your defense set. And that's what makes them dangerous. That's what makes them good. That's what's going to make this series fun. The fact that miss or make, Indiana's pushing the rock, and OKC has to find an answer. And I want OKC to use that same philosophy against Indiana. Miss or make, push the rock before Indiana gets set, because Rick Carlisle is going to figure out a way to take whatever you do away. Like SGA can go get 40. If SGA go gets 40 on 30 shots, then that means the other 7 or 8 dudes, the Wu-Tang Clan, is just sitting around and watching Meth on the feature right now. They watching Meth rock. It's like OKC kill you because SGA is efficiently giving you 30. Wow. Jalen got 17, Chet got 15, Hartstein got 12 and 12. Isaiah Joe done knocked down 2 or 3 threes. Dort done got a quiet 11. Like, that's what makes them roll. But if you just slowing it down and letting me and giving me the option to get set up and just say, okay, SGA, you got to beat us every time down, scoring the ball. We're not letting you break us down. We'll give you the shot because you done slowed it down. You don't get them cross court matchups. Like, both teams thrive off of pushing the ball and finding the matchup, finding the mismatch that they've created by pushing the pace. If you watch, you come down, everybody on Indiana, we can watch Siakam grab a rebound. He don't look for a guard. He pushes it because somebody then has to pick him up and stop him from pushing. Jalen Williams grabs a rebound. He don't look to pass to a guard. He pushes because him pushing, somebody has to stop him. And 7 out of 10 times, it's a way smaller person that's stepping up to stop him, and that creates a mismatch. OKC took that out of their playbook on Thursday, and they completely played. They played ball. OKC played ball like they were the fucking Spurs in the '90s. Like, bro, you don't have a David Robinson, you don't have a Tim Duncan. Why are you playing half court basketball? Push the ball, create the mismatch. Then once you get in half court, you slow it down and you take advantage of the mismatch. But don't just inbound the ball, guard on guard, big on big, and say, I'm going to beat you in half court, because you're not built for that.
yeah. All they got to do is just don't whatever you did before you got to the finals in game one. Your lineup, keep that lineup.
Go back to it. Go
Yeah,
back to
I
it.
mean that's
Like,
all
this
to
tablet
me.
done blacked out on me.
That's the only two things like that, and the only other thing they need to do is me. It's like play. You know what I'm saying? Like have some urgency. You know,
Yeah.
keep your regular lineup, have urgency, and you should be fine. You know what I'm saying? That's enough for me because they, like you said, they're the more skilled and talented team, but they don't have a better coach. But in this setting, you just need to do what you normally do. Don't do anything else. You know what I'm saying? Don't try to outsmart somebody. You don't need to. Just play ball. And if you got a team down by 15, push that lead to 25.
Yeah.
I'm out of here. But you gotta do it with urgency. Don't say like, well, okay, eventually Indiana go quick because if we seen they don't. They just hang around. You
Yeah.
can't let them hang around. If they're gonna hang around, you need to hang a little harder. You know what I'm saying? Beat them. So where they understand, okay, now I know with 3 minutes ago I ain't got enough, and they're gonna pull. You got to play them until they pull their starters. That's what you need to do. You know
Yep.
what I'm saying? When they pull their starters, now you know you won. But until that happens,
Yep.
you play until it's done. Period.
You play your starters till they pull their starters, because them boys ain't no quitting them boys.
Yeah, because you're gonna
Ain't
mess
no
around.
quitting them
You
boys
mess
at
around,
all.
look up. You're gonna mess around, look up. You might be down 0-2 going to
And
Indiana,
it
and you
and you listen, if OKC ain't up by 15 going into the fourth quarter, Indiana gonna win.
yeah, yep, yep. So man, so yeah. So right now, I'm gonna still pick Indiana for. Or I'm not Indiana, OKC for game two. But
Me
what
too. I'm a,
I want to see from what I want to see from Indiana, because like right now, dude, I don't, Miles Turner, man, like I just I don't I don't have it's I don't feel bad about him, but I don't feel good about him either. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
Because I saw something that was just it was crazy, man. Like we never really see Hartenstein drive to the rim. But not only was Hartenstein when he was in there driving to the rim, he was getting past him on the first step easily. And I'm like, hey, are you gonna move your feet? You know what I'm saying? Like if they that's what I'm saying. If they stick to Hartenstein being in there, I think it's gonna be a problem. It's gonna be a problem for Turner because then he can't get out and run. He has to defend, and then he's not really a good rebounder anyway. But it makes him play confused when it made him play really confused when Hartenstein was out there cooking him because he
yeah.
was. How do you feel? How do you feel about Turner?
Turner is who he is. Like Turner is really a small forward, a 7 foot small forward.
Yeah, yeah, that's true.
Like Turner's a 7 foot small forward. He don't have no post moves unless you got a little guy on him. He's just 7 foot. He's a 7 foot small forward. And Hart, like you said, Hart's team was cooking him. But why did you go with that stupid ass lineup, or why didn't y'all keep going at him? It's like Indiana doesn't have a true big. Their true big is like Thomas Bryant, right? Miles Turner has never been a true big. Miles Turner was the guy and no knock against Miles Turner, because Miles Turner is obviously successful. He's been with the Pacers for 10 years. He's had a 10-year NBA career,
Yep.
but he's nothing special. Miles Turner spots up. Miles Turner's a floor spacer. Those are the things Miles Turner does. It's like Miles Turner's post defense is trash. We don't watch Embiid cooking. We don't watch Cat cooking. He gets cooked by any big who's physical, because despite him being 7 foot, he's not a physical 7 footer. He's more of a finesse guy. He's more of a shooter. He's a spot up guy. He can protect the rim, yeah, but he's not a one on one defender. He's on ball defense. His on ball defense against bigs is trash. He's a
Yeah.
great rim protector, so you got to go at him.
Big
And
time.
OKC just didn't do what they were supposed to do. I got it. It's raining. I'm out here. It's raining. I don't know what's wrong with this tablet. Black. I'm gonna jump off.
Yeah.
Um,
I'll catch you. I'll
we'll
finish.
get together.
Don't worry
Yeah, we'll get together again. Again, thank y'all for tuning in. Um, love y'all. Check on your folks, man. It's a lot going on in people's lives that they don't talk about. If June is Men's Mental Health Awareness, it's okay to not be okay, fellas. It's okay to be depressed. We all fighting some type of demons. We all got issues. Speak on it. It's okay to speak on it. It's okay to not be okay. Because I'm telling y'all this, I'm fucked up. Like life is life right now. This my release. This my escape. And I appreciate y'all for tuning in and watching me be great. But I'm not gonna hold it in no more. I'm gonna talk about my shit. I'm gonna let y'all know that I smile, laugh, and joke, but I'm fucked up. Like sometimes life is life. Sometimes life be life, and and shit ain't cool. And I'm still gonna laugh and smoke, and I'm still gonna laugh and smile, and I'm gonna smoke when I get off here, and I'm gonna be me. But we can't keep holding this shit in, because I done. There's a lot of shit going on with a lot of people. I done seen people kill themselves, do all type of wild shit, crashing out because they don't have a safe space, and they feel like they can't have nobody to talk to. And as men, especially black men, we need to stop that, and we need to be there for each other, and we need to stop judging each other, and we just need to Just get together. Like, let's just talk it out. Let's vibe. Like, it's life is short, man. Life's so short and shit's so crazy right now. Just be there. Check on your folks. I love y'all. My tablet dying and it's raining outside and it's loud in here. So I got to go back in and put it on the charger. Appreciate y'all. Love y'all. I'll see y'all later this week. OKC is minus 11 in the night, but if they should cover that. I think OKC should win by at least 16 tonight. If they don't win by 16, they losing by 3. I'm going.
Yep. All right. Yeah. So pretty much, man, I echo whatever my man was saying. Everything is good there. The biggest thing we wanted to say, OKC. I got OKC winning tonight. Also, for everybody that's out there, we may try to go back on Tuesday. If not, we'll be back on Thursday at 8 at the same time. Like, look, everybody's going through something. I mean, this is an outlet for me as well. But hoops is king. You know what I'm saying? We're talking hoops right now. For my socials, you can hit me up at Imagine Life 2 on Blue Sky. At Because I Feel Like It is on Twitter as well. We got an Instagram page. We got a Facebook page. Make sure you hit us on there as well. And y'all hit that like and subscribe on all platforms, man. We are here. We're gonna be here for a long time. Like I said, we're gonna continue to push content. Another brother Nelson, he out there. We're gonna try to get another person on as well to complete the team. But we here, man. We love talking sports. We love talking culture. We're gonna probably sprinkle in some politics because there's a lot of crazy stuff going on out here. But we're gonna make sure we get everything for everybody. You know what I mean? I'm gonna enjoy this Sunday. I hope y'all enjoy this Sunday as well. Get a little bit of the rest y'all can before we get back on the rat race Monday morning, man. And we out. This is Because I Feel Like a Podcast, man. We going.